welcome back to Tropical Marine Centre. Colette here. Today's video I'm going to be doing a Next Wave Diaries update. We'll be talking about all three tanks here in the Next Wave range, and specifically we'll be talking about the Next Wave 85. Now in the last episode you will have seen the bubble algae and the aptasia. In this episode I'll be showing you how we removed all of that, and I mean all of that, with just one creature. So if you want to see that, stay tuned throughout this video, and thank you very much for watching.
So I thought I would start this update on the Next Wave 85. Now this tank has gone through quite a bit of change in the last few weeks while I've been away. So prior to me going away and on the last episode of this Next Wave Diaries series, you will have seen the aptasia everywhere, and you will have also seen bubble algae everywhere. Now, just before I went away, one of the fish house members of staff came over and said, "Why don't you try a Molly Miller blenny?" Now, I hadn't ever heard of that type of blenny before and didn't know that there was another route in terms of the fish world that I could go down with this tank. Anyway, we added that in, and I went away. When I have come back, this is how the tank looked. All of the aptasia, and I mean all, have been eaten. All of it's gone. Now there are some tiny bits of bubble algae left, but in comparison to how it was before I left, I can't believe the difference. The huge bit that was on this bright red soft fire coral here, it was absolutely covered in the bubble algae. It is now not. So I can't tell you the difference, and it's definitely one that I would recommend trying. You can't say that every single one of these fish will always eat aptasia, as it is with all fish and any animals. You never know what they will and won't eat, and it's all up to their character as well. This one happens to have done an amazing job, so I'm very happy to be able to recommend that type of fish now moving forward if I hear someone in the hobby has aptasia. It's worth a try anyway. Now you're probably thinking, what does this fish look like? Well, I'm showing it up on the screen just now. It's just above the mushroom coral in that little alcove. It isn't the most exciting looking fish, but this one has done an incredible job though, so it doesn't really matter. Now you can check our website for future stock of these fish. Now to move on to the Next Wave 35. Now I am absolutely in love with this tank. Now we actually have only added in some sexy shrimp and then some soft corals, but it's absolutely breaming filled with amphipods. Now if you watch closely on the next clip, I have sped it up for you. You can see the amphipods all over the sandbed, all over the rockwork, everywhere. I'm not sure about you, but I could sit here and watch this tank for hours. Now lastly, to move on to the Next Wave 60, this tank is doing really well. I'm loving watching the corals grow out over the rockwork in this tank, and the Reef Skin 100 Nano is also doing a great job there. I do need to clear that out, the water out of it every few days, and then I'm also cleaning out the sponge every 2 to 3 days. Now you do have the option to be able to remove the sponge should you want to. That's not going to cause any issues within the tank. Now I have just cleaned the pump on this tank and reinstalled it so that there is better flow. So that is the reason why it's still a little bit cloudy after re-adding.
And that's it from me today at Tropical Marine Centre. Thank you to everyone that's watched this video right until the very end. I hope you have enjoyed it. Now don't forget, if you are wanting to be reminded of our future videos, you can click the notification bell above, and you can click the subscribe button if you haven't already. Now if you are wanting to see any of our other social media channels or our website, the link to that is in the description bar below. Thank you everyone, and I'll see you in the next one.